Right. Yo, what's poppin', people? Welcome to Real Reasonings with Verbz. Hope you're all good. Before I start, I want to say please subscribe to the Verbz and Uncle YouTube channel. Anyway, I got a special guest in the building, a good friend I've known for probably about a year. I don't count things accurately, but I've known her for about a year, maybe just over a year. And ever since I've met her, working with her, doing content with her, collaborating, even chatting to her on a personal level has always been a pleasure. Because you know what it is, when you're doing this content thing, you come across a lot of people who are not authentic. They're plastic, like Tesco bags, you get me? So without further ado, yeah, I got one of the realest people here in the game, one of the most authentic, most genuine. Big up to Hold Division's Chiddy in the building. We saying, girl, you good?
Come on, brother Verbz, each and every time. You know what, can I just say that was just an amazing introduction. Yeah, I love that. It was so real, it was so raw, very Verbz, very authentic. But yeah, man, I'm good. I'm happy to be here, innit? You know me, I've already, I've been doing this podcast thing since 2020, and I've come across some fuck up characters. Let's just keep it 100. The podcasting world is quite disturbing, but we're definitely going to chop that up this evening. But I would just like to say enough respect goes out to you, Verbz, because you've always kept it a buck. You've always kept it 100. And do you know what? It's so refreshing to have authentic conversations with authentic people. So big up yourself each and every time on that one.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And it's been a pleasure knowing you, a pleasure doing collaborations with you as well. Trust me. Do you know what I mean? Every time me and you speak, I feel like we just flow, get it cracking, and it's like it just works organically. Do you get me?
It does. Yeah,
I got bare love for you, man. Do you get what I'm saying? You know? But how are you feeling today still?
Do you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling today has been a very, very productive day. I got lots done.
Good.
And yeah, man, I just feel like, do you know what, on a whole, like I feel very elevated. I feel like I'm in a good space in my life. I'm coming up to 40, the big 40.
Oh, wicked. Not many people get to them ages there, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
So I'm grateful. Yeah, very grateful. Very grateful. Full of gratitude every day, Verbz. It feels good.
This is it. When's your birthday?
So my birthday is May the 24th. So everyone out there, don't forget, wish me a little happy birthday.
This is it. Yeah, man. I'm definitely going to big you up on your birthday still, you know them way.
Thank you, Verbz. But I'm flying out. Yeah, I'm going to be flying out for my birthday. Yeah, man. I don't want to be in this dirty UK, turning 40. That's too much for me, man.
Yeah, man. Anywhere interesting you going?
Yeah, so I'm starting off with Turkey, and then we're doing a little globe trot thing. So it'll be good. Yeah,
man, that sounds nice. I love that for you, man. You get me? And obviously, I'm gonna holler at you and big you up on your birthday anyway. Do you get me?
Yes.
But in advance, I hope you have a blessed one, man, because you're a good person, innit? So you deserve the best of celebrations, the best of the best. You know them way there.
Oh, thank you, Verbz. I appreciate you, man. I really do.
Bless you, come on, man. You don't know how the thing goes. You get me? But like I said, it's great to have you here, and I'm just gassed to get this thing cracking. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, it's about time. This
is it. And people, listen, as you see that Chidz is in the building, make sure you check out her YouTube channel as well. Hold Division Podcast, man. Check the thing, man, because we've got a lot of people watching our content and stuff like that, and it's all love because we're appreciative of everything. But if a couple of you, a few of you, whatever, even if it's not all of you, just take a little second to just click the subscribe button. We ain't asking for donations and money. Just click the subscribe button and it does wonders, man. Everything helps. When we turn on our thing, if we see 2 people have subscribed, we're grateful, man. Do you get me? So people, man. Yeah, man, help us out. So Verbz and Uncle YouTube channel, the Whole Division Podcast channel, get in there, man, and just click that subscribe button. You know what to do, man. Come on. You get me?
Yeah.
You know? So listen, Chidz.
Yes.
I want to cover a couple of topics. I'm not going to go into it straight away. I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions because you've been in the podcast game before a lot of people jumped in it during COVID. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
And I just wanted to get a couple of questions out of you just to kind of let the people know where you came from and, you know, a little bit about your little content creating journey and stuff. Do you get me?
Okay, yeah, that's cool, man.
So, my first question for you is, how have you found your content creating journey so far?
So I would say in the beginning in 2020, during lockdown, we all had time in it. Like I was furloughed and stuff from my job, and I was at home, and it was only because I found myself a lot. Like I was online a lot. I was on Instagram in comment sections. I was posting a lot. People were commenting on my posts, and then from that, it was like, why don't we talk about it? Why don't we have a conversation? And that's how the podding started. So it was like, all right, cool. And it was great, Verbz. You know, to start with, it was so amazing. The conversations were profound. It was like a lot of people jumped on there. The views were up and the engagement was just amazing. But one thing I found was that a lot of people were really authentic. They were actually being themselves. Now, when I decided to step out of, it didn't come out of my own little bubble, but I did. I thought, like, you know, I was asked to go and do like different podcasts, and I was asked to go and do different live shows and things like that.
Oh,
and then
people really caught on to you then.
Yeah, so they really caught on. But you know what, Verbz? That's when it became very disturbing. I clocked it. I clocked it early. So I was for me to put myself around people, I'm a very energy-based person anyway. So for me to put myself around people, it's a very big thing, innit? And that's not even me being egotistical, but you have to be, do you know what? Be grateful if you even have a little piece of my energy, because I'm funny about who I give it to.
Yeah.
And I found myself becoming a little bit lapsadaisy in that sense, because you kind of speak to this when you speak to that one. Everyone kind of wants you on their panel or on their podcast. And I'll be real with you, it's a weird world. Weird world. Everyone is out here. No, it's weird, bro. Everyone's out here trying to be seen. Everyone wants to be the main character. Everyone's chatting shit. Everyone's lying. People don't care what type of energy is, whether it's negative or whatever. They just love the attention. And that's when I started clocking that, I was like, it's not for me. You know, a couple of like my co-hosts and whatever and stuff, that's what they like. They like the attention. And I found that along the way. So I thought, yeah, that's for you. So because I was able to connect people with other people, that was good in a way. I was probably maybe just the gap. Like I bridged the gap between the two.
Oh, you're like the link. Yeah.
Yeah, like, so I did that and I was happy to do that. But then, you know, once I did that, I was happy to step aside, because I watched it. I'm watching, like, when I kind of dragged myself on the outside and I was looking in, I thought, this is so strange. And, you know, now I'm at a point where we'll fast forward to now. I'm just at a point where I fully got PTSD. Like, I'll tell you straight, I got PTSD with doing work with anybody. Do you know, if my spirit, like you, Verbz, I've done a lot of content with you. We've had many conversations and I never feel away. I always feel comfortable. I come away from the conversation feeling very high vibing. With these other people, my spirit was not 100 in it, but I thought, no, Chid, don't be bad mind. Give people a chance. And one thing I would say to people is to don't sleep on your intuition. If your intuition is telling you, that something don't feel right, go with that. Don't think to yourself, don't question yourself, and don't instill fear within yourself, because you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It might sound mad to the outside world, but you ain't wrong. If you're telling yourself something, then it's coming from a place where you've got like respect and you hold yourself in a certain regard. So for me, I would just, it's taught me discernment, for sure. Discernment about who I have conversations with, discernment about who I do content with, and discernment about how, like, I never care how I'm betrayed by other people, because what other people think about me is none of my business. But you know, when it's not the truth, or when it's really far from the truth and far from my character, it's not for me. I can't do it. And that's where I'm at with I'm very choosy. And, you know, unless it's Verbz, unless it's the people that my day ones that I've done content with, and I know it was okay, I don't want to know. I actually don't want to know. And that's where I stand on it. And I'll be real.
Well, damn. That was a response and a half. And you even blew out a couple of my questions, but I'm still going to try and ask you them, though, to see if you can cover it. But you actually covered them already. But damn,
Okay.
that was a response and a half. I can't lie still. Do you get
Okay,
me?
you gotta keep it 100, gotta keep it 100.
Yeah, truest, man. And I agree with your statements because, yeah, I've not been in the game for a long time, but a few people that I've come across and even tried to reach out to and gain connections to, the responses and the behaviors and seeing how people are when you reach out to them and they are not big yet, but they're big-ish. And then all of a sudden they become big and you see how they change and don't respond to your messages. And I'm a man, if I reach out to you once, you know, and you don't respond, I ain't reaching out to you again. Do you get me? You can be the biggest content man. I could be the smallest content man. Do you get me? Like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not trying to reach out to you again, because even if I overtake you, I'm humble, blood. I'm a person that I believe in. If I ever got big in this thing, I would make sure that I give time to small content creators. Do you get me?
Because the little fish are what makes up the ocean, bro.
Well, this
like
is it.
these people who are out here and they think. But the thing is, do you know what, Vivs? I want to touch on something quickly that you said. You said, you know, when they get big, bro. Like the way these people are getting big, it's almost, well, they're selling their souls. They're giving away their private lives. They're giving away that nothing is sacred. Everything is very, you know, what can I do? What can I say that's wild that's just going to make people go, oh my God, what, all for a viral moment? And one thing I will say as well is these men and these gal who are out here doing content and they think they're big, whatever, you meet them on road, they're pussies. Let me be real.
You say their authentic self.
Yeah, they're not authentic at all. They're not.
By any chance, you know what? By any chance, with you saying that, have you? Because I ain't watched all of it, but have you caught that thing on Netflix about the manosphere thing?
Yes, I did watch majority of it, and it's just literally, it's just describing a lot of these, especially the male content creators out there.
Yeah,
especially the male ones.
That's the thing, and I'll give my man as an example, Myron Gaines. Like when I watched it and he was in front of his missus and that, I was just like, you idiot, you talk all this madness online, and when you're in front of your woman, you're holding a little fluffy dog, and you're just not the same guy, bruv. You look at the discomfort there, and that just sums up a lot of these content creators nowadays, from the small ones to the larger ones.
It does. It doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter how viral you've gone. It doesn't matter whatever. Everybody is on the same wave, because do you know what, Viv? And I'll keep saying it. Everyone just, that desire to be seen. It's toxic. And I hate that word toxic, but it really is. It's like, I think I've said it to you before, it's like we have a bunch of unhealed people who weren't seen or weren't loved or weren't hugged as a kid, and they're trying to get mad flowers now. They don't care whether the flowers are dead. They still want the bug. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real. I think you're actually onto something, man. Do you get me? But you covered well. You covered that well, sis. I ain't gonna lie, you covered that well. And like I agree with everything you're saying. And it's good that we're on the same understanding in terms of what's going on out here. Do you get me? There are some good content creators out here, but for me, in the UK black content creating space, it's just mad. But we're gonna get to that still. Do you get me? You know.
Yeah.
But, my next question for you was you know, you've kind of covered it, but what challenges have you experienced with content creating?
I think my biggest challenge would be just actually. You know where I'm very much myself, Verbs. I don't change. Like, obviously, I do kind of, there's some things I steer away from speaking about because I'm a very private person. Even though I'm present online, I have mastered the art of making people believe that they know a lot about me when they don't really know anything at all.
Yeah, I like that.
I think it's a superpower in a way, because you have to protect yourself and you have to protect your loved ones and, you know, the people that are around you. And one of the biggest challenges I've faced is actually really just meeting and coming across authentic people. I think other than yourself, and maybe another two, it's the bars in hell out here. People are out here they're creating characters for themselves, Verbs, and then they even don't know how to be consistent with that character they've created. And see, it's giving low-key, it's giving mental health. It's giving Because how you out here just trying to be you're a whole one person one day, then you're a whole nother person another day. And don't get me wrong, I understand that people's kind of have a character, like see how you've got your characters that you've built,
Yeah.
and you know what you're doing, but it's content, and you're actually it's entertainment, but there's a lot of seriousness within that. These people out here just creating a narrative that is not true. It's like they believe that. I know the fake it till you make it thing is real to some people.
Good point.
Yeah, but there's a difference between that and delusion. And there's a lot of delusion out here. People really think they're bigger than they are. And they ain't shit. Because the thing is though, Verbz, unfortunately, when we die and we're gone, yeah, ain't nobody remembering you as a content creator.
That's true.
Chidz was a wicked content creator. She did this and she said this and she said that. No one don't give a fuck. So this need to really relax and stay humble, because they really think they're famous out here and they're not. And it's just a lie. It's built on a lie. Strange.
That's so true. That's so true. And you know what? Even what you're saying about when you die, people ain't gonna remember you as a content creator, even if they did. Yeah. My thing is, what are you leaving out there?
What substance?
Do you get me? What content are you leaving out there for people to remember you by? You're leaving content out there where you're shouting at people, you're cussing people, you're drawing out their personal life. Do you get me? You're doing all these mad, fake, cloutish moments, and that's not a good thing to be leaving behind.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's like, I've got a 17-year-old daughter, yeah, and and she obviously, because because obviously I do like online content or whatever and stuff. Obviously, she's watching me, Verb. She get me. I'm a woman. She's watching me, and honestly, this girl have looked me in my face more times than one and said to me, "Mum, these people out here are idiots."
Big her up, man. Big up your daughter.
And honestly, that's another thing. It's like, see the next generation, they don't rate us, bro. They don't. I'm telling you, they do not rate us. They look at us and think, yo, you lot a dickhead. You're online and you're chatting shit. To all the men and the women out there who really think they're about something, yeah, let me tell you something. You know that next generation that you want to influence and that you want to be role models to, they don't rate you. I'm telling you, they don't rate you. 100%.
This is it. Why should they? At the end of the day, like, we know that there's a culture among young people now where they don't really respect their elders, much. But then when they're looking at their elders, because let's be real, like half of these people, well, I'd probably say most of these people that are online doing the most madness to try and be viral are people that are 30 and over. You get me? Like, if you want to be real,
now,
this is it.
40 and over. That's it.
Yeah, and a lot of the time it's people that, I'm going to be real, a lot of the time it's people who in their local area or their local ends, they didn't have no credibility. Yeah? Let's be real. Yeah. They didn't have no credibility, and they're out there talking the most madness. My thing is, if you had credibility in your area, I'm not saying that you have to be a bad man, because I'm not endorsing that, because I've grown past doing all of that now, innit? Do you get me? Yeah. But even if you're not a bad man, if you was a person where people disrespected you and you lick man down after giving them a warning, don't disrespect me, and you're known to stand up, you're on job if people try and take the piss, if you get what I'm saying. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's not a bad thing. Do you get me? And if you was like that, you would not go online and talk shit to try and prove, because you already know how you carried yourself in the past. There's nothing to prove. What you did then speaks for itself. These loudmouth ones that are on there talking the most madness, running up their mouth, send me your address, I'll come and see you, don't let me pull up, rare. These people are the people who ain't done shit, and it's like they're reliving their youth and trying to recreate their youth, and they're 40 years old. It's like prison syndrome, innit? Peter Pan syndrome, blood.
Yes. It is like Peter Pan syndrome. And it's just like, and when you really do your research, because I found myself kind of, wasn't directed at me, but I found myself caught up in the online foolishness.
Oh, is it?
To the point where I was getting trolled because of the actions of the people that I was doing content with. I found myself caught up in the bullshit, innit, for a little minute because best believe, yeah, one thing you ain't gonna do is troll me online.
Yeah.
Another thing what you're not gonna do is make me believe, yeah, that you hold some kind of street cred that isn't real. And another thing you're not gonna do is you're not gonna instill fear in me. I don't fear no man, woman, no beast. That's how I've been raised, innit? And I'm not saying I'm invincible, but I don't fear. And fear is not a thing that kind of resides in my world anyway. So for you to come at me from a certain angle and me sit in my bed and be worried about you at night, are you okay? Like, you're not okay. Like I said, mental health, innit? But what disturbs me is you have men, like I can only talk from my experience, innit? So like, you've got men out here who are, very, very, like, their behavior towards women is very derogatory. The way they speak about women, the hate speech, the wording, everything is disgusting.
It's crazy.
But then when another man wants to come to you and say, what you're saying is crazy, bro, you want to come like you say you're a bad man and you got street credibility and you have all these things. You don't have anything. Because from the time you can, like, for me, if you're a man and you can chat shit about a woman online and it's coming from a place of hate, yeah, you're gay, innit? Like, sorry, you're gay. There's something, your sexuality, there's something going on with your sexuality, or you just don't like yourself, or you don't like your mum, innit? Like, if you're a black man and you can speak, especially because I can only speak about the culture, if you're a black man and you're speaking down on a black woman, you either don't like your mum or you're gay. Like, don't do that, because you ain't got that same kind of energy for a next man. You
100%.
haven't got that. And that's what's disturbing for me. And I've been around black women. I've been at the event. I've been to the debates and everything. And it's horrible because black women are just trying out and saying, bro, please look at us and don't disrespect us in this way. And a man will still look in her face and disrespect. I've seen it with my own eyes and it's disgusting.
Well, this is it. You've been to them events, so I can imagine you've seen the difference between the people that you've seen at the events online, how they present themselves and how they are when you're actually around them in person at the event.
Because they only got smoke for certain people. They ain't got, they have verbs. Honestly, I'll be real with you, they only got smoke for certain people because best believe, yeah, if we were at an event, yeah, and then like say one of my female viewers or whatever was there and they said something to a guy who speaks derogatory about black women online, yeah, he'd have all the chat for it. If you went to him now and said something, it's gonna be, oh no, bro, you got it wrong. Let me explain. Let me do this. Let me do that. Because they ain't got to you because you're not about. These men are not bad. They're not about it, Verbz. They're really not.
You say church mouse settings.
Yeah, they just chat shit and that's disrespecting the church mouse because the church mouse will still get what they want to get.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
real.
You're not getting what you want to get. So what you do is you sit down and you think, okay, that didn't cause an effect. It didn't do anything. So let me try and go even wilder. Let me say something even more wild so that I can get that attention for a minute. It's sad, man. Very, very sad.
It really is. It really is. And you know what I find puzzling as well, yeah? It's all good you having your views about, because let's be real, like there's men that say some madness about women online, but there's women that say madness about men online.
Oh, women are doing a madness right now.
The feminist mindset thing is mad. Yeah, do you get me?
Yeah.
And I get it, but my thing is like when you're stereotyping, you're putting all men or all women in the box, I think is a bit crazy. You get me? If you say some, to me, that kind of makes sense. But at the same time, if you're speaking about, men, if you're a woman talking about men or a man talking about women, when you're doing that, then it kind of indicates, not even kind of, it does indicate what kind of women you've been around if you're a man talking madness, or if you're a woman talking madness, what kind of men you've been around. And I kind of question how some content creators are online and everything they say, their whole fiber, their whole being, their whole delivery is constantly about negative stuff to do with women. Brother, take a break.
Of course it is. Let's just take a day off. Have a break, have a Kit Kat, yeah, because, see, for me though, Verbz, and you touched on something there that is very important, and sometimes it goes over people's heads, but they're like I said, I'm a very energy-based person, so everything that you think, if you think in a negative way towards people, you're only going to attract negative situations, yeah?
Facts.
And you're only going to be able to have negative conversations. You don't want to talk about a high-vibing shit because that don't bring the traction that you want. If you say the negative shit and you base it off a lot of your experiences, it screams a lot about you, because don't get me wrong, we all have negative experience. Listen, if I spoke about like the topics that I speak about online, if I based them on some of my life experiences with black men, we'll call a spade with black men, then I'd be cussing all day. But then I've also had beautiful experiences with black men. I've got a brother Verbz, I got cousins, I got brothers around me. So I'm not gonna do that. Don't get me wrong. If a man's out of order, say I'm having a conversation with you, Verbz, and you say something, and I'm like, yo, Verbz, that was a bit out of order, that was a bit mad what you said. Like, I should be able to say that in a very healthy way and explain to you why I think it was out of order, and we should be able to have a conversation about it. Why are we going to choose the path to scream at each other and shout at each other so nobody's heard, and then it just all gets blown up? You say a madness about me, I say a madness about you, but then it's like, no, but your sister, but your bro though. Like, how are we doing that?
Well, this is it. Yeah, this is it. They're just trying to drown out each other, and it's a battle of who's the loudest. You get me? But as we know, empty barrel make the most noise, innit? So
that's it. That's it.
You get what I'm saying?
We gotta start bringing back the old sayings because people don't know. They actually don't. They're losing sight of what it is, and I do blame feminism, to a height, because feminism caused a lot of problems within that, between men and women. Yes, I do believe women have their place and men have their place in it, but I think without the world, we have to coexist. The world can't turn without any of us. So what are we doing? Why are we not coming together and actually having these discussions? I want to know what upsets you. You should want to know what upsets me, and let's find a common ground.
Well, this is it. Very good points you've put there. I absolutely agree. But if we look at it as well, like, are these people that are doing what they're doing online, are they playing into the system's hands? Because for me, looking at it, you have women going against men and men going against women, and I will boldly say that I noticed that during COVID lockdown, most people was in their yard, and social media's algorithm then started to endorse the whole manosphere thing and the feminist thing, while you're in your yard 24/7, and it can program you fully because you're not going out working now, you're in your yard, blood, so you can sit down and watch content all day. Podcasts all of a sudden became the lick where everybody was involved in it. So you had actors, singers, people in different forms of entertainment industry, youth workers or whatever, because they can't work. They were like, let me try and do this podcast thing to, you know what I mean? Like, keep putting my message out there or make myself relevant. Keep market myself, raise a little awareness, as you say, do you get me? And people are in their yard listening to all these red pill, manosphere, feminine type podcasts and shit like that. They were being programmed on a different scale. Now we're at a time where we've come out of the COVID lockdown thing, and we're still hearing this shit in the algorithm. And the more you put this stuff out in the algorithm, you stand a chance of going viral. So if a woman comes and says something negative about men, boom, that blows up viral. If a man says something negative about women, outlandish about women, boom, goes viral. So are we playing into the system's hand? Because to me, if we have any sense, we'd understand that the system is trying to stop men and women from procreating.
Oh, most definitely.
You get me? So if you're doing that alongside the endorsement of, the Rainbow Crew, you get me? Even young people being allowed to go to the GP and say that they want to be a different gender when they're under 12 years old, let's just say, and you're endorsing it and giving them all kinds of medication to stop their parts from working and all that. All of these things, if you look at it, all fall under the same thing to stop man and women from coming together and producing. It creates peer separation, creates negativity and negativity. And these people are online following the rhetoric, blood, marketing the thing.
Of course they are. You got women out here, like, feminism is at an all-time high. And I have noticed that. And it's just like, even having conversations with women just in general, like, even within my job and everything, I'm just like, why are these women out here hating men so much? And it's so easy to get lost in the sauce, because there was a period of time, it was like a couple of months where I found myself just getting really angry with men and just thinking, like, well, you lot don't do this and you lot don't do that. But then I really had to check, and I said, but wait there, but women are doing the same shit. We're actually over here doing the same shit. And it's so easy to get, when you're having conversations, to get lost in the source, especially when I've been on panels where I've had, a very heated debate with a male podcaster out there.
Right.
And it was like, do you know what? I had to really stop, come outside of myself and say, what am I doing? Why am I engaging in this kind of low vibing conversation, this low level behavior? But I think obviously that narrative has been pushed out there to keep us, so we're always stuck in that loop, so we never come out of it.
100%.
And when we do decide that, we might see something and say, do you know what? I don't want this no more. I want to kind of change the narrative. Something else gets pushed in our face, and another story will pop up. Oh, a black woman's being attacked online by all black men, or you got men, you got black men saying things about white women, or you got white women saying things about black women, and it's crazy, Verbs. It's always it's like a back and forth constantly. Where does it stop? How do we break the cycle?
This is it. Everything is trying to cause a division with everything. I think the main thing seems to be men and women. And I think definitely in the black space, it seems to be men and women. It's really working in the black space, isn't it? So when these men are coming out here and doing all these content, and these women are coming out here doing this content that, promotes that whole thing, that whole rhetoric, I just think it's a bit wild. And if we had any sense, we'd stop and do better. But I think humanity is so lost that they're looking at virality over moral standards, innit?
Yeah, 100%. People live to go viral these days. They literally wake up. I think there's some man out there who get a little piece turned on about going having a viral moment. They will do anything. And it's like, you're not really deep in it for what it is. Like, these people out there online, they don't fuck with you. Like, they don't care about you. They don't care about your well-being, your mental health. They don't care about none of it. Because if you were to spaz out today, people would just literally just repost the clip. If someone was to film you spazzing out, it's getting reposted. They don't care about how it's affecting you. And it's like, when certain content creators, and they have spazzed out online, I get it, You
say the crash out.
Yeah, and I get it. I get why, because we've reached that point, because you can only do it for so long before you do just hit a peak, and it's like, yo, I'm going to crash out now. And then you're going to say a madness, and it's going to be delivered in such a mad way. It sounds derogatory. It sounds like you're putting, the other side down, or you're doing certain things, but it's not that. It's just you're so frustrated about what's going on within everything. You're joining in. You end up joining in, but it comes out wrong. Yeah,
this is it. That's what I'm saying. So it's just all mad. Like, you can't make this shit up if you tried, man. For real, do you get me? But
you can't make it up.
On that note, what you're talking about, let's get into the first little thing that we're gonna talk about. So, main character syndrome. So I'm gonna give a little breakdown, and you tell me what you think. Yeah.
Okay.
So, main character syndrome. Yeah, the shift from organic comedy and debate to staged or hyper exaggerated confrontations designed to end up on the shade borough or Twitter. What do you think about that?
Verbs?
The main character syndrome. Talk to me, Chidz.
So, main character syndrome, I think a lot of people are suffering from that. It's definitely a disorder. Yeah. It's definitely something that people have kind of sort of picked up on and run with, and they're like, if I can be the main character, if I can be seen, if I can be heard, if I can do anything by any means necessary just to be relevant, then it doesn't matter what kind of attention I'm getting. Again, I'm being seen, so that makes me the main character. Then with the being main character, when you think you're a main character, then follows delusion, because it all ties into one. You're delusional. If you really think you're a main character, you're delusional, because it's coming from a place of ego. That there's no soul in that.
Facts.
There's no authenticity in that. There's no substance to it. So it's coming from a place of ego, and we know that when you operate from a place of ego, nothing good comes from it.
Well, that's a sin, isn't it?
It's a sin. Nothing's the end result ain't gonna be beautiful, So, okay, you wanna go be main character, you go and be that. But you know what you gotta do? You gotta be big and bad enough to be able to suffer the consequences. You gotta be big enough to take accountability when accountability needs to be taken. You have to know, yeah, that you've played such a huge part in the demise of yourself and your sort of the way you're putting things out to society, yeah? So when it all comes crumbling down on you, you got to use the same fucking energy, yeah, that you came with when you came with the main character bullshit. When you decided to pick up to turn on your camera and switch on your mic and slam on your headphones like big podcaster, yeah, chatting bad shit about people, yeah, you better use that same energy when people are coming for you, when they're coming for your family, when they're coming for the people that are around you, when everyone starts to suffer, when innocent people are getting involved in your bullshit and tied up in your foolishness, yeah. To remember, because I wanted to be a main character, I caused this cause and effect, and this is what people are not really thinking about. They're missing out all that. Verbs, they're really missing out on that, and honestly, especially within our community, we have very much become puppets for those people who don't like us.
100%.
We're puppets because they're laughing at us. They're like, oh look, do you get me? It's like a circus, and it's like, oh, let's go and see the people them perform. Let's go and see them do that, and then we can boo them and we can throw shit at them and throw banana peels at them like they used to back in the day. Because that's exactly what it's like, and it's sad, man. It's very, very sad. It's quite disturbing as well. Very disturbing.
For real, man. That's powerful, man. I like that, sis. And on that note, following up on what you're saying, like I'm even noticing, like on like TikTok, there's like there's been a few things where I'm seeing people do lives. I saw one today. I don't know how recent it was, but I saw somebody uploaded it, and it was like a young woman who's a mum, black woman in her yard filming content, and the feds knocked the door, innit?
Oh shit! Yeah, I heard about this.
And came in, and they like were questioning her or something, because I think people reported her or something, because I think possibly because I haven't looked into it properly, but I'm guessing because she's doing lives and saying certain things in front of her young children because they were on camera and that, like they got called and stuff.
Yep. Hello. Hi. How long are you gonna be here for? We're about to leave.
I don't know.
Do you want a cup of tea or anything?
I'm alright, thank you.
Hot chocolate or anything?
No.
Biscuits?
No,
cake?
Thank you, no.
Yeah?
What's your name, mate? What's your name?
What's your CID number, please?
CAD number?
Scream a call, please. What's the CID number? What's it?
What's CAD number for a current sign?
You got a warrant as well?
You can write this in.
Okay, but I'm saying I've got a warrant.
4873.
Okay, you get that, yeah? 4873. Don't worry.
Yes, so we've had a welfare check come through.
Yeah.
Some people, I think, on your stream have raised concern about yourself and your child.
Yeah, upon call police because they keep saying to me everything I'm doing as a mother is illegal. Like, you know, giving him Weetabix for breakfast instead of giving him a whole fry up, or not giving him water on time, or not taking him to the park. I said, go call the police then. Because they're telling me to go take him to the park in the cold. It's cold outside. It's like 2 degrees. Why should I take him to the park?
Okay.
I'm going to catch a cold for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who else lives here? Just the two of you?
Just the 2 of us, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think part of the concerns that have been raised is potentially they're not happy with some of the things they've seen on the stream.
Is it? Have you got any evidence of this?
I'm telling you, this is what people on your stream are telling us.
You do know they're malicious, right? And they've mass reported us to social services, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. I've got all these Babylon my yards, the pigs, you know.
Do you think it's malicious?
Of course.
And it's not the first time I'm seeing things where women are doing content, especially, black women, and the police are coming in, and it's a thing now where you're fighting social services, but guess what? They're not even saying, how have I got myself into this situation? They're so invested and so lost in the source. They're keeping the camera on and they're still acting madness.
Yeah. They're still acting, they're still playing that role. They're still playing the character that they've created for themselves because they believe it comes from a real place, but it doesn't, because in reality now, you got feds on your back, you got social services on your back, you got authorities coming in trying to and questioning you about how you're raising your children. Yeah, you might feed them, clothe them and look after them, but their mental well-being, what you being in front of a camera all the time, yeah, and your kids in the background and you're chatting a whole heap of shit, yeah, what is that doing for your child? What's that doing for the next generation? And then you want to question it when social services want to come in, because I will see, like, I've seen a lot of people, especially like a lot of men, they will do videos and say, the sister was doing this and she's just trying her best and but nah, she's exposing her children to her madness. If you want to go and do, like, my child is never around when I'm doing podcasts. My child's never around when I'm having conversations. Like, she's not on in the camera, but TikTok, I've noticed, oh my God, Verbz is disturbing, man.
Crazy.
Yo, what's going on?
It's
the
crazy.
TikTok thing's disturbing because people are really out here and everything is a recordable moment. Everything. The camera's there all the time, 24/7. People have given up their jobs, Verbz, to just be in front of the camera all the time. Like, what are you doing? You left your job to sit on TikTok.
That's what I'm saying. And for gifts, you get me? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Begging.
Yeah, you got in a personal. You'll see somebody do something mad, like they're having a beef with somebody or something like that, and they're going to go deal with them because they said something about them or they did something, whatever, that may have impacted them. They're going to their yard to go and respond and cause a madness, and they've turned the camera on and they're walking down the road towards the yard and they're getting ready to film the madness. And I'm like, bruv, really? What's going on here?
Yeah, it's really scary, and it's becoming. It's like, this is where I'm really questioning humanity. There was an incident that happened where I live. Obviously, I live in Wales. Yeah, I live in Cardiff.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, poor young boy who my daughter went to school with lost his life.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he was riding his bike, an electric bike, and he went into a car and unfortunately lost his life in it. But the first thing that people did, like, Verbz, please explain to me why there are videos going around of him like literally taking his last breath.
Yeah, this camera thing is mad.
When did we become this? Like, it's awful. And remember, his parents have to see that. His family have to see it. His friends have to see it. It's really awful.
Yeah, the moral code is absolutely gone. There was a R.I.P. to that young brother, man. It shouldn't be a thing where, and the thing is, the police take long to contact parents and let them know, that they're gonna take about, let's just say, if you're lucky, 6 hours before the parents know what's going on. That camera footage is gonna circulate, and the parents are gonna see that and know that that's their kid.
They saw it before they even knew. Before the news was even delivered. That's horrible.
This is what I'm saying, and that just adds to your grief levels, isn't it? Do you get me? And in Birmingham there was an incident that happened a couple of weeks ago, and it was like some I think he's an asylum seeker living in a HMO. And he came out in like a predominantly Asian, well-known area, and he attacked a young Asian guy, a 20-year-old, with a knife. And the clip that I saw, I didn't want to see it, but it was flying around. And the clip that I saw was with this asylum seeker, black African guy, kicking this guy he's already stabbed him, harmed him. He's on the floor bleeding by a car, and this guy has kicked him in the face and given him like 2 to 3 stabs while he's on the floor helpless. And I'm just like, who stood there and recorded that?
And filmed that? Who did that, Verbz? Because it's questionable. Because I got to question your character. I have to question your integrity, and I have to question you as a human being. Yeah. Remember, we're spiritual beings living a human experience, and a part of you thought it was okay to take out your phone and record that.
Madness. And that's all under main character syndrome. Even if you're a person that don't do podcasts and stuff like that, you took out your phone to record and post it online, so your page will get full up with comments. Who's that? When did this happen? Where was this? And you want to be the first person. You want to be the first person to make that circulate on social media because you want to be popular. If you do that, if you are in a situation, you see anything happen, I don't care whether it's a child, whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, whether it's a dog, whether it's a cat, and you take out your phone and you record somebody on the floor while they're being attacked, or they're dying, or they're being chased down because somebody wants to kill them, whatever it is, if you do that, you're the biggest pussy on the planet.
100%. And I've said it, and I'll say it 1,000 times, because what makes you think, where in your brain, remember, the brain is such one of the biggest organs that we have, and we don't even use it to its full capacity. But where somewhere in your brain told you it was okay to take out your phone, record, and then post that online and make that circulate? You're a sick individual to do that.
100%. I fully agree, and I'm disgusted by it, man. And I hope somehow, some way, I don't know how, But I hope humans will find it in themselves to stop doing that, especially understanding that if something happened to your family member, if you make that culture, if something happens to your family member, when you see the video circulating with your family member on the floor, helpless or being run down or whatever, when you see it, don't cry, don't go on the news and do some speech about what you've been through since the video's been circulating, because you've done it too. So make sure you own that. You get me? Take accountability and kick back and shut the fuck up, blood. You get me?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because you can't. You have to remember what you like. What's for you will be for you, and what kind of plays a part in determining what's for you is the energy and the actions that you put out there. So if you do that, you really got to think to yourself, if that was to happen to you and a shoe was on the other foot, would you appreciate it? Would you want that for yourself? Would you want it for your family members? People are very hypocritical when it comes to this whole main character syndrome thing. It's okay for you to be a main character in somebody else's story, but you don't want anyone else being the main character in yours. And that is even in regards to just something as simple as just taking your phone out of your pocket. It's so easy to take your phone out of your pocket and hit record. But then what you choose to do with it afterwards, you're a sicko to even record anyway. But then to go and on to putting it online so then people can see it, children can see it, families can see it. It's sick.
It's crazy.
It's sick.
Crazy.
Yeah,
you know what
it
I mean?
is. It is.
Boys, I don't know, man.
You know one other thing I do want to touch on, Verbz. You know this whole main character syndrome night. So I know that you do these reactions. You know that I've done reactions.
Yeah.
And I know you do reactions. I know a couple of people who do reaction videos.
Yeah, I was inspired by you to do that still, by the way.
Yeah, come on. It's like you watch a clip and you talk about it, because this is what, we need to chop things up sometimes. But, I see people online abusing that,
Yeah, explain to me how for the listeners, man. Explain to me.
So I feel like they're in the way that they're abusing it. And the reason why I bring this up is because it's a conversation I was having with my friend just yesterday.
Right.
And she said to me, Chiddy, I see people doing these reactions and they don't care. They will use videos where people are in such a vulnerable state, or something really bad could be happening, or maybe even, I'll give you a little example. So YJ, is it YJ the boy?
Oh
yeah. So
the autistic guy.
Yeah, he has autism. Very talented boy. Yeah, very talented. But people are really out here exploiting him and he's come up on my page so many times, like videos of him where people are just using him for clickbait, yeah? And they're exposing him to a world that's mad. Like obviously he's autistic. I don't know the levels to it, but it seems quite severe, yeah? So there is a video of him going around where where you've got that machine and you punch it and the numbers go up.
Oh, the punch bag machine thing.
Yeah, the punch bag thing, yeah. So he must have punched it and it only went up to like 200 and something, yeah. And then somebody in the background was like, yeah, that punch was mad. Now, what you don't realize, that person who said that punch was mad, I had to go in the comment section. I rarely do, but I went in the comment section. I said, that person who said that, they don't know what they did, because him being autistic, he doesn't discern things in the way that, the average mind would. So he could think, yeah, let me just go box up someone because someone gassed me and told me that punch was mad, and then he gets into a madness where he's hurt and he's in danger. Like this, we have to be careful. Like, and people putting those videos out there and reacting to it and saying a madness. You have to remember, I'm just using him as a one example. Yeah. You have to remember he's a young, vulnerable boy. Yeah, he has a family. He has people around him and everything. Who are you to go online and really chat about him? Who are you to do that? He can't protect himself. And it's like, I feel like people are just doing reactions to any and every clip that's out there. Anything they see, they're trying to make comedy of things like that things that are very, very serious topics. Then they're trying to things that are a comedy they want to get upset about, and I like pick a struggle, innit? What are we doing? Are we choosing the right side, or are we choosing to go left? Because everything is going very left right now. Very left.
It is, man. It's like there's no moral standards left. I'm glad you brought up that point still, because I have noticed that. I didn't when you first said it, I wasn't understanding exactly where you're coming from, but I wanted you to kind of clarify it so that you can give me a little bit of clarity with it, and obviously the listeners. But now that you said it, I have seen reactions where people are taking situations that's happening and making jokes about it and stuff like that. And it's very distasteful, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
It is. It's very distasteful. And these people will get up every single morning, Verbz, and they will say, yeah, let me do a reaction video today. That's their lives. It's like they got nothing else. And I do question it sometimes because I know how busy my life can be.
Yeah.
I know how busy life gets. And I'm like, where do you find the time to be this low vibing? Where do you find it? It's like, you know, a lot of people are busy doing like either charity work or they're trying to raise awareness on certain things. But at the same time, people are using more energy to kind of highlight the negative and be low vibing and chat shit and
100%.
just say anything just to, and then they'll check their phone. Oh, let me see how many views I got now. Oh, let me see how many people have shared this now. Nah, you're sick.
Yeah, that's the thing. They go by a lot of people in this content thing that are like really on it go by the analytics. So if they do like certain when they do certain type of videos and they see how many people have tapped into the different type of videos, and they might do a positive one, a funny one, or a comedy one where they're mocking someone vulnerable or someone's situation. And if the analytics shows that they got more attention doing that, they're like, I'm sticking to this. But my thing is, if it's not moralistic, why are you sticking to it? That means you're solely about selling your soul and just getting numbers then.
That's what I'm saying, Verbz, and they'll do it by any means necessary. And it's making me feel really, really uncomfortable. And I had to kind of just really deep as to why it's making me feel uncomfortable, because I feel like as human beings, we shouldn't be doing half the shit we're doing anyway. Don't get me wrong. None of us are perfect in it. But there's levels to it. We know what's right and we know what's wrong. And we still choose to do all the wrong things just to get a little bit of attention. When did life become that way? Like, see me, I don't like attention, you know? Like, I don't, like, see me, like, I'd rather be in the background all quiet and shit and minding my own business and whatever. But people really, really, really do live to be the main character. They want to be talked about. They want people to notice them when they're out there. And this is why I say, is it coming from a place of trauma? Is it coming from a place where, where they haven't experienced certain levels of love, or maybe they've been brought up in a way that wasn't very loving or wasn't very nurturing, so they seek that in, you know, by getting attention from other people.
Something's missing. Something's missing. Definitely. And the thing is, when you think about like things like TikTok and like podcasts and stuff like that, you know, you know as well as I know, like you can watch people do podcasts or do TikTok lives and they're collaborating together on a regular basis. But then there's so many people out there that have this main character syndrome that they clash. And when they clash, one falls off like one green bottle standing on the wall, then another one falls off like another green bottle standing on the wall. Do you get me? Next thing you know, you got like one or two people left. Do you get what I'm saying? Not everybody can be a main character. It's okay to be in the background, you know, people.
It's okay, you know. It's okay to not listen. I've said it, and I've said it a million times. To be seen and untouched is a superpower.
Definitely.
Like, your name doesn't have to be in everybody's mouth. All eyes don't have to be on you. It's okay to be humble. It's okay to mind your business and just keep it moving. You don't have to be here, there, and everywhere, because once you're here, there, and everywhere, what's your soul saying? What's your soul purpose saying? Are you achieving anything? No, you're not. You're not even. These people are not even making money from your Verbz, but they're so addicted to the high of being seen and being the main character. They don't give a shit if they ain't making no money from it. Because for me, if you're gonna go out and you're gonna do all of that, you best be making some change. You best be doing something from it, because why are you out here just being a whole idiot for free? That's mad. That's mad to me. Like, no, not me. Never. Never be me, man.
It's true.
Yeah, could never.
It just seems like there is a lot of people out here who have issues and problems. And when we're talking about mental health, I don't want anybody to think that me and Chidz is mocking mental health, because we're not.
No, please don't. I work in mental health, and I see it every day. And it's scary, man, because I'm seeing it. Now I'm finding myself not being able to kind of separate myself from what I do to when I'm online, and I'm looking at it from a mental health point of view, and I'm thinking, people are out here really suffering.
That's what I'm saying. You get me? me? So we ain't mocking it, man. But, and I've always said for myself, and anybody that knows me will always say, you know what, like, he's always said that nobody is beyond or above and beyond going through mental health situations. Nobody
That's
knows
right.
their breaking point. All you
That's
can do
right.
is try and protect and safeguard your well-being as best as you can in it, and that means
Yeah.
removing toxic people or trying to improve certain areas of your life where you can, or living like by your means or any of that kind of stuff. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but like, there's a lot of people out here, man, that's got problems in general. When you walk on the street, I think you see a lot of people in society after the whole lockdown thing, they're broken, and now they're on TikTok turning on a camera because a lot of people are alone in their
Yes.
yard and they lock on the thing and they want to have conversation because they're not socializing. You know, humanity's moved to a point where people ain't really socializing with people face to face as much as they did, and I think lockdown got people into that. Do you get what I'm saying?
It did. It created a movement, and it created a wave for people to, like, you know, because TikTok, I swear TikTok was just a place where you just go watch videos of people just dancing and doing trends and whatever and stuff. Now, people are really on it. They're looking at it as like an income, bro. It's sad.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what do you do? What do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a content creator. I work on TikTok. Oh my God. That's mad.
That's what I'm
mad.
saying. You know what I mean? And if you're doing it and you're making your money from it, cool. But just be mindful, man. Like if you're going through situations, well, this is it. But if you're going through situations where, you know, in reality, when the camera's not on, you know, you're looking at a mattress on the floor because you can't afford it. Do you get me? Like you got a one bottle of water in your fridge and some stale bread in the bread bin and shit like that. Like, don't turn on your camera and try to act like something that you're not. Like, rather than turn on the camera, go and find some help, man, and go and try and sort yourself out. Go get some support. Go talk to some people in real life, and then elevate yourself a little bit, improve your situation a little bit. Then turn on your camera if you want to turn on your camera, but be humble, innit? But I think there's a lot of people out here that's mash up, as we see in society mentally, and they're on TikTok, and that's their little opportunity to socialize. Do you get me? 100%. So you see more crash outs now. You see people crashing out, going absolutely crazy, and I'm like, what? Let me move on to the next thing. The struggle Olympics and trauma dumping, yeah? So let me read you this bit.
Okay.
Yeah?
Shit, then.
In line with what we're talking about. Creators making personal and traumatic stories to be rewarded by social media algorithms for their trauma more than their talents. So with what we're talking about, people seem to be coming up with these stories, or if it's their reality, they seem to be turning on the camera when, I don't know, someone's broken into their car or broken into their house, or their child has turned around and slapped them or something like that, or their boyfriend beat them up, or sometimes I've seen clips where a woman's being assaulted by a man and the live camera's on.
Why was I with someone who didn't really care about me? It's a harsh awakening from my wildest dreams. But really, I knew from the start that Takumi didn't love me.
And this seems to be a thing that's happening, and the thing of, you know, the actual talent and stuff like that seems to be pushed to the side, but these videos seem to be hitting the algorithm and, you know, making people go viral.
And it's the norm.
Yeah, and it's trauma dumping, because remember, you know, as much as you're turning on the camera to make people aware in these situations, I think people underestimate when they do this, the people that lock in and see that post, the damage it has on those people that have watched it for the day. Although we're becoming desensitized, I think it still has a level of damage on you if you turn on your phone and see the first video pop up is a woman getting beat up by her partner, or being spoken to in an aggressive way, or threatened by her partner, or a kid slapping up their mum, or you mash up people's energy, if you get what I'm saying. So of course, you know what I mean? So really it's trauma dumping. Do you think this is a good thing that people are doing? Although it raises awareness to some extent, is this healthy?
No, it's not healthy. And let me tell you why it's not healthy. Because it creates a frequency, as you said, yeah. It creates a frequency that is so low, yeah. Like, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to watch a woman explain about how a man has, broke her jaw and done this and done that or whatever. And I'm just saying it, and they always come with the same scripted piece of sentence. I'm just doing this for awareness. I'm doing this to make people aware that this is what happens. Yes, we know this is what happens. You know how many people are out there living your reality, and 9 times out of 10, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say something now and it's going to sound mad, but it's the truth, yeah? It's the truth. Bare people go online and lie,
Yeah.
They're lying. They will make up a whole story. We forgetting Jesse, what's his name? Remember that Jesse guy? What was his name?
The actor.
Yeah.
Jesse Smollett.
Smollett, yeah. We're forgetting what he did. He was one of the starters. He started it. He started the wave, and people were doing it before him, but he really became a big thing. So now we have a lot of people who will go on and they will create scenarios and stories and everything. Like, come on, Verbz, we know, yeah. Sometimes we get so lost in a story and we're like, rah, I can't believe this. I can't believe. You say, if you can say I can't believe this more than twice, you need to really question, yeah, is it true? Is it true what they're saying? Did this really happen? Because remember, there's their version, the other person's side, and then there's the truth. And more 9 times out of 10, yeah, now the truth ain't even what. The truth will always be what we want people to believe it to be. So, don't get me wrong, the people who do go online and they do share some of their stories, all right, cool, isn't it? But it's triggering. Like, how many trigger warnings do we have to put out there? How many times do we say, trigger warning, the next clip is because it's a madness out here, because people are actually chatting their shit online instead of actually going and doing the work, going to therapy, go into feds, go into the people who can actually help them, but you're dumping on society. You're letting society decide. It's like a judge and jury. You're letting the society be your judge and jury, yeah, and you're getting the likes, you're getting the sympathy, you're getting the all of that. But at the same time, you're lowering the vibration of society because you are trauma dumping. And it is trauma dumping disgusting. I've got to a point where I'm just like, do you know what? I hear so many stories that are so sad, and it's unfortunate for people within my job. See, in my real life, I won't stand for that. You're not going to come over here, yeah, and tell me and trauma dump on me. Why are you going to do that? Because there's nothing I can do could change what's happened to you. Yes, you say you want to try and spread awareness, but there's a thin line, no Verbz.
Yeah.
You can be spreading awareness, but at the same time, you could just be, like you say, you're just there. You're just lowering the vibration of society because you're going through something, so I must go through it too. No thanks.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Isn't there a thing inside of you, inside of your brain, that makes you think, I don't want to post that, that's too personal? Like, it's like people are just doing it. And the fact as well is that you edit the video as well. Like, you put the sad music on there and then you put the caption thing that pops up. Yesterday, my boyfriend did this to me. Today, I feel broken. And the sad music's coming on and you're crying and looking in the camera. I'm like, I don't know, man, how authentic this is. Do you get me?
Yeah, it's not because we've got a stream of actors. Listen, there was one time I was still showing up for live events. I was still doing podcasting. I was still online present every single week. And I was going through a madness with my health. There was a lot of shit going on. But not one person you could see me. Do you know one big thing about me? Is one, I don't like privacy is very important to me, and 2, I can't take shame, I can't take shame. You think what my people are gonna be? Oh yeah, Chidz was online and she was crying in the camera, bare snot going down her face, and forget me, she was all bawling and that. And what you think? I can't take shame. I don't care. Might make me a bit proud. Yes, I am a proud person, but see me, I couldn't imagine getting up one morning, turning on the camera and say, right, I'm gonna, I wasn't gonna do this, but what I need to say it because I need to make people aware that this actually happens. Nah, fuck off. When people start saying that, I just scroll to the next video. But any empathy that I do have for you is gone out the window because you just disrespected yourself by doing that. Because how are we crying in front of cameras, Verbz? What's going on?
Madness. And some people are seen, like, when I see a video like that, sometimes I click on their page and it's like, they're do it quite a lot, you know. I'm like, right,
A
you got
lot.
a few videos like that still. That's kind of mad.
Yeah. Yeah, because they love to do it. They love the attention that it brings, and they just love being like it's existing in it, and somebody's actually acknowledged your existence. Like, we have to stop doing this as human beings. We gotta go within. The only way out is through, in it. So if you're going through something, okay, cool. Like, you know, the ones I do kind of rate, yeah. And it's like I can show a little bit of respect to is the ones that have been through something and they've come out of it on the other side and they can share their story.
Oh, like they've done the work.
Yeah, they're like, this is what I did, and this is what, and I can respect that. But see them people, and they're actually going through it, and they're all boiling on camera, and they're telling us their story, and we feel like we're living the experience with them. Like, a man ain't put his hands on me, but I feel like I've been beaten every day because you're sharing that with me.
This is it.
Crazy, yeah.
This is what I'm saying. And then you, if you're a woman going through that, and you post that, then what you're doing now is you're psychologically patterning up the other women to be like, nah, I'm not trying to deal with no man. You know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah. Because if you've seen what my guy was doing to this woman online, and this woman online said that he did this, nah, no man's doing that to me. And then again, it all ties into each other. So see the main character syndrome. Yeah. You see the trauma dumping. You see all of that. It all kind of goes back to the same thing. This thing of wanting to be seen and creating a divide, creating creating a ruckus in society where everyone hates everyone. You
100%.
hate that person because they remind you of this person online. It's always online. Come on, Verbz. People are having the conversations. It's not, a lot of people are not saying, oh, I saw so-and-so the other day. Oh, I was online the other day. Or I was on TikTok or on Instagram or on so-and-so or on Facebook or on... No one's present. No one's in real life. No one's in the moment. And it's quite sad, man. It's disturbing.
That's very true, man. And it brings me to as well, the case with those two young ladies that that went to Jamaica with the drugs in the shoes.
Bro?
Do you remember that? Like, I'm not trying to laugh at their thing, innit? I'm not trying to laugh at their thing, you get me? But when I saw that, and the mum came out and that, like, I don't know them from nowhere. I'm not sitting there judging the mum. I know a few people I know, including Hazel Brown, tried to interview the mum, and the mum was up for it after she did the first video. Then she changed her mind.
And then she changed her mind.
Yeah, but then I think she did I don't know if it was her or her daughter done an interview with Bouncer. Do you get me?
I think it was her daughter, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you get me? But like, these things now, so your chat, look, don't get me wrong. These things happen. People get women, boys, whoever, but especially women, more vulnerable, no disrespect. When they're young, naive, go abroad, fall in love with some brares or, form a relationship with some brares. Then they ask them, you know what, bring this back for me or whatever. There's young girls that will be stupid enough to do it. Do you get me? Especially in this generation, because they will follow their peers before they follow their parents' advice, innit? Yeah? Of
course.
But when the mum came on and said the story, I scratched my head and I was like, is she like projecting the trauma now on people, like, for some sympathy now? Because if it was my daughter that did that and I had the dialogue with my daughter, I said, boy, I don't really think you should go, And she was like, yeah, but I have to go, Dad, rare. And then I drew out my bank account and gave her the money to fly. I'm not going online and chatting no shit when it goes pear-shaped.
You think you could never be blood clot me,
Do you get me?
Yeah. That's crazy. Like, but again, it's like, people will say anything and they will chat, and they don't realize they're chat in their business until afterwards when they might watch it back and think, right, I really said that,
Crazy.
I really said that. I let all that out online, but once it's out there, you can't take it back.
That's what I'm saying. And you had a GoFundMe, blood.
The GoFundMe is disgusting.
Madness.
People, GoFundMe really need to kind of be stricter on on what people open GoFundMe for.
No, I think they were. Eventually, they pulled it down.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, they pulled it down. They let it go up in the first place, but they pulled it down. I think they looked at it and was like, what kind of bullshit is this?
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, because people need to be called out on it, because wait there, why am I gonna just fund you money for your daughter being an idiot?
So I'm saying, you paid for the ticket, Holmes.
Yeah.
That part there, I can't get my head round. You paid for you said that you told her not to go. She said she's gonna go. My daughter can't come to me and tell me that she's going overseas with her brethren who's got a boyfriend abroad. She don't know the boyfriend, but the boyfriend saying, yo, come stay at our place. We got we got the money. We're covering your holiday, blood. Like, come down in it, if you know what I'm saying. And I go to my daughter and she's like, yeah, Dad, I want to go. And then I'm like, nah, you're not going. Get me? I don't think you should go. And then she's like, yeah, I do want to go though. I'm going to go. And then I'm like, all right,
and
cool.
Then you give her the
money. I give her the money. And then it goes pear-shaped. And I want to open my mouth, turn on my camera, open my mouth and tell you that this happened to my child and I paid for the ticket. Get the fuck out of here, man.
It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
That's what I'm saying. Get the fuck out of it.
Yeah,
Madness.
But people and then do you know what? And then who I blame, and I'll say this, and I don't know, this might ruffle a few feathers or whatever, but I also blame the people who sit there and say, I want to interview them, or I want to talk to them, or I want them on my platform, because I'm just like, nah, come on. What are we doing? You're just making a mockery of them, really, having them on there, because you know they're going to come on there and say a madness.
That's what
you know their story's going to be weird, bro, and everyone's going to be like, raw.
But can I be honest with you? I actually think that the people that do that, although they are saying essentially, you know what, I want to interview. We all know they want to get the interview first, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if they get it second, they'll watch the first video and be like, I'm gonna answer it in a way where I've delivered it different, so you get more out of my interview, innit? Third, fourth, and fifth, there's no point you doing an interview because all the questions are already answered, innit? So
exactly.
Yeah. So I do think that they want to be the first people to get the interview. But although it looks like, I just want to interview you and be the first people, I actually think that when they do this, they want to unravel the story and make you
some of them want to unpack.
Trip up yourself. Like they want to talk to you and you trip up yourself, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And
everyone's a journalist now. Do you get me?
Yeah. Nothing ain't free. And remember, Bouncer paid the girl to go on her interview, you know.
He did. You see
what I'm saying?
He did. Yeah. And it's like, it's mad. I just, for me, I just don't understand. See how all these men are just, all of a sudden, they've just turned into content creators.
Yeah, it's mad.
Is it because what? Obviously, they're done with a certain way of life, and they're not trying to do that now, so they just become a content creator. Why can't you just go and get a job?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's the majority of man that's out there, innit? The roadmans.
Yeah.
Are trying to I'm gonna be careful because I know a lot of people say washed up, but I won't call them that. They're old mans who shouldn't be on the road. Yeah, they shouldn't. They shouldn't be on the road. Yeah, they shouldn't be delivering or having the mindset that they have, but now they're on platforms talking madness, and youths are watching you thinking, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, exactly. And they think youths are watching them thinking, oh yeah, I aspire to be like him. No, they don't. Then this is why I say they don't rate you. This next generation don't rate you. Like the people in your generation don't rate you. They're just laughing at you anyway. But they'll still, they're just pussies and they'll lick your ass when they see you. But see, this next generation don't rate you, man. They will say a madness about. I've heard the conversations that my daughter has with her friends about, about the bouncers and about the young sprays. They ain't got nothing good to say about her, bro. And that's the reality of it. And that's not me dissing them, man. No. It's just that they're just getting dissed left, right, and centre anyway.
Yeah, it's how they think.
Yeah, they don't care because they think they got little change and they're doing this, that, and the other. All right, big up you, innit? But when all is said and done, wouldn't you rather be respected? Wouldn't you rather be known for something that you're actually helping the next generation? No, you don't care.
Well, this is it. Like if you're gonna do something like that and you wanna appeal to the youth, look, they're businessmen. They're doing their thing. I know them man make their money in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't discredit the fact that you're filling your bank account in it.
Yeah.
You've turned it into your brand and you fill in your bank account. But my thing is like, if you're going to open your mouth and speak on platforms like that, and youths are going to probably tap in or come across your content, I'm not saying that everything needs to always be positive. Yeah, you can crack the same jokes and do the same type of thing that you're doing, but at least mix and blend the thing where you show these youths like you have a level of intelligence within your madness where you can deliver a message that might make them think, right, you know, my man moves mad, but you know what? When he said that, it made me realize,
so profound,
I need to go do something with myself legally or something. You're not delivering none of that.
No. And they're not. It's like, you know, I was having this conversation with my friend, and we were saying, like, you know, you got Crept and Conan, like, we'll use them as an example. You don't see them not out here doing them at this. You know, they're quite quiet. Do you get me? They're just doing their thing, making their money, and being very underground with it. But then I was just shocked when I saw certain man just coming to the forefront with the whole content creative thing. I was very, very shocked. And see me, like, I don't give a fuck who you are, innit? I'm not kissing your ass. I don't care how famous you are. You are one human being in a world of how many. And I just don't like, one thing I don't like, especially within our culture, is the brown nosing. It's actually disgusting.
It's crazy.
It's like, oh my God, did you see Bouncer? Oh my God, did you see this one? Or did you see that? And I'm like, like, what's wrong with you?
Have you seen when you're talking about brown nosing, have you seen the thing with that geezer from America, Gunner, doing the jogging?
Like, bro, what we doing?
I didn't understand it at first. I was like, bro, what's the problem with these guys?
I had to dig a little bit. I thought,
but correct me if I'm wrong. People are saying like there's enough of these people out here that don't support their brethren who are content creating and that, and the fitness man them are doing their thing in England and they're not supporting their brethren. But my man comes down and he's charged all these man £50 or whatever, and they've all paid and they're running with him. Crazy.
Yeah, and they're running with him. Yeah, because this is what people. It's just again. It's people just lick the asses of those who seem necessary, those who seem like they're in the limelight, those who seem like. But it's just it's not important. It's actually sad. That I just laughed at that today. I said, yo, this is what we're really doing.
It's nuts.
This is what we're doing. Yeah, it's mad. We gotta. Where's the cutoff point, Verbz? Where do we stop?
I lose off of humanity now, man. I've lost faith. I ain't gonna lie. There's one or two dribblings of good people left in that, innit? But the majority of them are moving like their brains are fried.
Yeah. It's like they're moving like NCPs, man. They're just, I don't know. They're just like, I don't know. It's like they look at something and think, oh yeah, let me jump on that because that's trending. Oh, let me jump on that because that's going on. And maybe let me just talk about it. And I'm thinking, oh my God. Yeah, it's strange.
It's mad. You get me?
Strange behavior, yeah.
Yeah, man. I just think if you're going to be a content creator, like, do your thing, make your money, do whatever you're doing, but put something out there, you know, that is uplifting.
Don't lose sight of yourself.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be 24/7. Do your clownery, your buffoonery, your coonery, whatever you want to do. Yeah. You get me? You do all of that if that's what you want to do, but throw a little positive message in there because you're going to have a young buck listening to you that might be struggling with, I don't know, like trying to be somebody or, you know, achieve. And you might say something that might make them think, you know what, I don't agree with the content that you do, but the fact that you're really selling the fact that you've turned your name into a brand and you're on a pod making money and you're telling me that you can achieve it, don't let nobody tell you nothing. Just that simple message can change a youth's mind and make a youth think, raw.
It can.
I believe
and
now.
Make them think, make them think outside the box and know that they are actually worth something and they can do way more than you're showing them that they can do. Because by you putting this content out there and running with that, it's not gonna do anything for the next generation. It's not gonna change anything. They're just gonna look down on you, think you're a pussy or not respect you, and then they're just gonna go against you, and then it creates a society of angry people and pissed off people who will just go and do any and everything then to by any means necessary to get by, rather than looking at, you know, you could say, Verbz could say, like, you know, guys, I can't tell you much, but if I could tell you something, I went through this when I was younger, and this is what I can tell you. It doesn't work or whatever. They're going to think about that, Verbz. But then you're just coming with some mad content, how can we look? Where can we find the respect in that? Where can we look at it and think, oh, you said something profound? You didn't. You just chatted shit for about 20 minutes, yeah? And you expect me to rate you because you want me to click like, you want me to subscribe, you want me to pay towards your lifestyle, and you ain't really giving me nothing.
That's what I'm saying. This is it. Do you get me? Like, from the test of time, historically, in every culture, the older generation, be it you're in your 40s and 30s, and you got teenagers and young youths, the older generation, man and woman, have always made it a point to make sure they bridge the gap between adult and youth.
That's
My
right.
youth,
That's
what you
right.
doing? When you're on the street, carry yourself like this. Don't let nobody tell you something. If you want to achieve something, you're talented, go and do it. Come check me if you need inspiration. I can drop you there. I can talk to your parents to help you with this. I can talk to your school to help you with that. They've always done it. Now we're living in a time where the older generation, 30s and 40s and above, with the youths, are setting negative examples and talking foolishness, and they're not bothering to bridge the gap like that. If they are, it's for like road endorsement, if you get what I'm saying. And don't get me wrong, there are some man on social media, we can call out names, that do the community thing, and they do reach out to the youths, and they're in schools.
They do.
Yeah, big up to you, man. But they ain't flying around on the algorithm like the clowns, coons, and buffoons.
Oh my God!
We're not seeing them. Like you got street fathers. You got the stand up dads, stand up fathers. They're doing a lot, and I don't see them, Verbs.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't see them, and it's quite disturbing because how are these positive movements out there? But they're not getting the traction because you know what? It's not entertaining. It's not fuckery. So you're not getting it. It's horrible, and I can't. I actually cannot.
It's crazy.
I can't. Yeah, I can't. I can't. It's to the point where I think it was one guy from the 21. I think it's called 21 and Up movement. And he put a video up there because he wanted to get a little piece more. He only had enough funding to cover for a certain amount of children to attend certain things,
right?
And he's putting videos out there. Those videos ain't going viral, but then you got some pussy is putting out there, man needs to do this, and I just need a little piece more, whatever, so do what you can, click like, do that, and people will do it because they're like, because it's trending, and it sounds funnier, and it sounds great, and it sounds like it can do more, when in fact it does less. It doesn't help the next generation, and it doesn't build us up as a community either. It's just for pure entertainment.
100% facts. 100%. Very strong message. I love that delivery there. There was something I was going to ask you. I'm trying to think where it was again. It's gone out of my head.
Old age is creeping up on us.
Crazy. I need to drink more Baba Roots. Trust me.
Aware of the something, because I don't know what's going on. See my memory? Yo, I can remember what I did 20 years ago, but I can't remember what I did yesterday.
You get what I'm saying, though? This is what I'm saying. But now, so let me ask you this question before we close up still. Yeah?
Okay.
So do you think that the algorithm is designed to pull people down in general, but especially the black community? And if you do think it is, do you think it's working?
So I definitely think the algorithm is built to lower the vibration, especially culturally. I think the black community, they don't like us, bro. Let's be real. Like, society doesn't like us. They don't, because when we actually use our level of intelligence and our knowledge and the struggle that we've come from, we build and create great things, They don't want us to create great things. So in turn, what they will do is lower us in the sense of, like, and even me, like, I'm looking at my algorithm lately when I do go onto Instagram, and I'm thinking, why am I seeing this shit? Because this is not the shit I'm into. How is it happening? How did I get here, innit? And it just stems from sometimes even maybe another black person might send you a video about, another black person, and it's just never positive. It's never something good. It's either comedy, like they're either clowning us, or it's a really, really bad, like painting us in a bad light. So that builds the algorithm. We see that and we think, well, that's what they think of us anyway, so why don't we just act like that anyway? It's definitely working. It's working. We're feeding into it. We're not as strong as because at one point we became very, very strong, and we stood together. You know, like the whole Black Lives Matter thing, yeah?
Yeah.
And a lot of people got pissed off with that, and they were like, oh no, it's this, that, and all lives matter and whatever. But I think that was the only time I kind of saw, especially in the UK, like black people actually acting in the way that we're supposed to.
Yeah.
Acting in ways, don't get me wrong, there was people acting foolish, but there were people actually speaking words of intelligence rather than just foolishness just to be seen. And it's like now they've created this whole narrative that it is not us, but it's become us because we're feeding into it.
100%.
And we have to steer away from it. It's becoming really like, even like my mum's generation, my mum's 63, and even my mum's noticing it. She said they really don't like us, innit? And they set us up. They set us up on the daily. They set us up by the things that they put out there.
100%. And I think like even with the Black Lives Matter thing, because it's a good point you brought up, you are right. I did see a lot of unity in the UK, and I think that was destroyed because what the media in England done was focused on the American Black Lives Matter and who owns it and what they were using the money for and stuff like that. You get me? And I think because they did that as well, what it's done is made the whole black people talking about their injustices become something where people put their fingers in their ears about and be like, here we go, talking about race. So it's swept the whole thing under the carpet. Do you know what I'm saying? You know?
It did.
Yeah,
It did.
so people don't want to hear about black people's struggles no more, but we have to keep on singing it. We have to keep on chatting about it. We have to keep on talking about the human struggle as well that impacts everybody.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And we also got to remember that when we turn on our cameras as people that does content, we have to also remember that the things that we do on camera, if we do the whole buffoon thing, it's going to eventually impact our children, because what we're doing is we're making ourselves look dumb, and people will judge us and stereotype us over it, even though we're being stereotyped already. They'll stereotype us even more, and it will have when we're gone, it's going to have a negative impact on the future of our kids, because they're going to get stereotyped off of the legacy we've left behind.
Of course they will.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Verbz, I will have conversations with my daughter, and I'll say to her, you know, if I'm doing like a discussion or anything, she'll say, oh, what are you talking about tonight? So I'll put it to her, and I'll say, do you think that's good? Or I even say to her, is there anything that you want to hear as a young person, a young impressionable person that you want to hear, you know, us speak about? And she'll say, like many a time she's come and told me some mad scenarios, things that's happened between her friends or whatever. Or she'll say, oh, Mum, can you talk about this? Or can you talk about the fact? Because I never forget, she came to me one time and she said to me, Mum, can we just please really kind of highlight the fact that why are there so many PDFs within the school environment?
Madness.
Why is that a thing?
Yeah,
and because it happened a lot within my daughter's school, the high school that she went to, there was bare Verbz. It was horrible. We opened TikTok, and my daughter's seeing madness on her page.
That's crazy.
And I thought, and she said, you need to talk about it, because why is that a thing? And no one's saying it. She goes, why are we normalizing PDF and PDF behavior? She said, how have we got there? And I'm thinking to myself, has it always been that way, or is it just something that's more highlighted because we have social media now? Like, I really had to think about it. So I think we need to ask the next generation, what kind of topics do you want to be heard online? What kinds of things do you want to see on your feed? What kind of things do you want to hear circulating? It's important.
I love that, man, and you just inspired me with that now. So I'm going to start talking to young people. I love that.
Yeah, talk to them, because you know the thing, they're so switched on, and 9 times out of 10 they're looking at us like we're dickheads, bro. That's why they don't respect us, and I get it. Do you know what? You know, we've been raised with this whole thing, respect your elders, because Verbz, you know, and I know there's elders before us that we don't even rate. We look at them and they talk and we think you're chatting shit.
Yeah.
So imagine now what that generation are thinking. This is why we have to interact with them.
Yeah.
And like I work with kids for 13 years, yeah, and a lot of the stuff I know I learned from them.
Yeah.
Because I ask questions, and I think it's important to. So even that's why I say to people, even if you do a little survey thing, yeah, and you just maybe just do a little multiple choice question. You will get their views and you will understand them a little bit more, and you will know what it is that you should be talking about, what you should be focused on.
Such a good point, man.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
I'm taking inspiration from that, man. Seriously, I love that.
No, 100%. I always say to people, our next generation, we have to interact with them and speak to them in order to know what we should be speaking about, because we're not always right. I always say to, young people, don't listen to me, Like, I'll give you the best advice I can give, but I'm not always correct just because I'm an adult. I don't mean nothing.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
You got to give respect to get respect. So just because they're younger than us, we can't be moving like, oh, you have to respect me and, I don't have to respect you. They teach us stuff as well as we teach them stuff, innit? Do you get me?
Yeah, that's it.
This is it,
man.
Trust me. Listen, Chidz, it's been a massive flipping pleasure having you on here, Like we flowed and we covered and we got a lot of stuff out, and I think this is a very strong conversation that, people can tap into and, be entertained by the little jokes we threw in there, but we covered a lot, man, that will definitely make people agree or learn, and I'm grateful, honestly. So thank you for pulling up. I'm going to have to get you on again very soon. And obviously we're going to have to collab anyway, because we're going to be doing some more lives and that. So I'm going to shout you real soon and we're going to have that conversation. But listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your... You're
more than welcome, Verbz. I love having these conversations, and I really do believe these are the conversations we need to be having. So, anytime, big up to you, and, even bringing those topics to me, because even when I saw them, I said, yes. It's powerful, isn't it? There's power in words, and I think if you have these conversations for the things that the way your mind works, Verbz, don't ever let anything change the way your mind works, because you're able to think outside the box, and you're able to come to it's like you put people in a space where they kind of have to come to let's come to a conclusion. Let's see what we can do to change this. So yeah, big up to you for that.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm definitely gonna follow what you're saying there and continue to be me, and having conversations with people like you obviously gives me more ideas, and we trade ideas, and it's each one teach one. So I'm grateful to have people like you around. So big up. But before you go, I need you to plug your thing to the people.
Okay. So guys, you can find me on Hold the Vision podcast. That's on based on Instagram mainly. We do have a YouTube channel where we have all previous content, any discussions that I've done, any interviews, you will find it there. Hold the Vision podcast. Go and run that up. Have a little look. Do you get me? You might like what you see. You might like what you hear. It's been very interesting over there. I am going to be doing, more content as I go along. But like I say, at the moment, I'm just practicing discernment about who I have conversations with. So yeah, man, just go and do that. Go and do it.
I love that, man. Make sure you check her out, people, man. The content is popping and there's more kind of conversations like this all over her page. So check it out. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as well to the Verbz and Uncle YouTube channel. Yeah. And look out for us, man. We're going to be here with some more enlightening conversations like this. So people, big up for checking in. And it's a wrap. Love always, Chidz.
Yeah, big love always, Verbz, and you take care.
Big up yourself.